So the original plan today was to go out and shoot with my Hasselblad 503CW and some expired ILFORD film that I've got my hands on. Now this film is over 50 years expired, so I don't actually know if I'm going to get anything out of the film. So I was going to shoot one roll at normal exposure, one overexposed by 1 stop, and then another roll overexposed by 2 stops to see what I can get. That was the plan, but the weather is absolutely terrible outside. It looks like it's going to rain and it's really cloudy. So I've given up on that idea. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to shoot with the Hasselblad 503CW and also my Hasselblad XPan. And I'm going to shoot with a film I don't normally shoot, which is ILFORD HP5. Now I've got this in a 120, I've got a roll for the Hasselblad, one roll of 120, and I've got a roll of 35mm, which is already loaded in to the XPan. I'm just going to go out and walk around for a few hours, take some photos with the 503CW and the XPan, and then put a slideshow up. You guys can enjoy the slideshow, and then I give you my thoughts on the film after the slideshow. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I normally shoot my Hasselblad 503CW with a light meter. Now this is the 758DR from Sekonic. Now this is a normal light meter and also has a spot meter function as well. So you can actually just put the spot onto an item, take the meter reading, and it will give you an accurate light meter reading of that item that you put it on, not the overall ambient light, basically, what you get from the light meter here. This pops away and pops out. So the plan is to shoot the 503CW with the ILFORD HP5 120 film in the back and shoot it with the light meter. So I'm going to get a more accurate reading than I will with my Hasselblad XPan. Now I've always found the Hasselblad XPan light meter to be a little bit underexposed. It does underexpose the images a little bit because I always have mine set to almost 1 stop overexposed on the exposure compensation dial. So we're going to compare the two. Both the rolls of film will be developed in the same chemical, so they'll be treated the same. So now you will see the slideshow with the Hasselblad 503CW and the Sekonic light meter. Hopefully I've got them exposed correctly. And there will also be the photos from the Hasselblad XPan. And then after the slideshow, I'll have a quick chat about the film and then which camera exposed the film better, me with the light meter and the 503CW or the Hasselblad XPan. What do I think of the HP5? Sorry, it's an empty box. I only had one roll of each. They're both empty, these. It's a really nice film. It looks really nice. It has a nice, smooth look to the black and white. It's not as contrasty as Tri-X, so it has a nice look to it if it's exposed correctly. What came out of the 503CW and the light meter, I do like the look of it. The XPan kind of looked a little bit muddy to me, a little bit underexposed still. And I think that may have been what I was doing before when I was shooting 35mm, was I may have been underexposing a little bit. So I'm gonna get some more 35mm HP5 and then some more 120 as well. It will definitely be shooting the 120 in the Hasselblad 503. And I'll experiment a little bit more with the HP5 35mm in my Leica M6. I tend to get a lot better shots from that. The light meter in that seems to be more accurate. The light meter in my XPan may be faulty, I may need to get it checked. But it is a nice film and I do really enjoy it. Now, if you want to know how I convert my negatives into digital, a link will pop up here. And that will take you to a video I've done about a year ago. It's had over 600,000 views now on how I convert my negatives into digital format using a mirrorless camera. A lot of people seem to like that. And a question I get asked a lot on the actual video is, what's the point of shooting film and converting it to digital? Why not just shoot digital? Well, shooting film is just not going out and taking photos. It's the process. You got to pick your film. You're stuck with that film in the camera. You can't take it out and change it. So you're stuck with the ISO you've got. You're stuck whether it's black and white or color. Then you got to take the photos. You can't see what you're going to take. Then when you get back, you've got to take it out of the canister or out of the roll in a changing bag and then put it into the tank, develop it, mix the chemical, then you develop it, and then you scan it. So you have to go through a whole process, and that's the part I enjoy about shooting film, is the process of it. Loading the film, shooting the film, not knowing exactly what I've got, but then having to come back, put it in the changing bag, putting it into the tank, mixing the chemicals, developing the film, letting the film dry, and then scanning it. That's the whole point to me of shooting film, is the process of it. So what do you guys enjoy most about shooting film? Is it the film itself, the process of shooting the film, the slowing down, the developing, the scanning? Which part? Let me know down in the comments section. And also let me know what you think of HP5. If you like HP5, or what's your favorite black and white film? I'd be really interested to know. Put it down in the comments section. As always, thank you so much for watching.